impressed. We have somebody who came all the way from London. I want to tell you, I had quite a trip too. 1.5 miles. I live over on Kelly Lake. Coach Confer was a coach and physical education director at Freeport High School, Freeport, Long Island, which happens to be my hometown also. My mother was a teacher in the Freeport schools. In fact, the first year she taught, Phil Confer was one of her pupils. When I started getting interested in going to camp, there was no question where I was going to go. My mother was a friend of Coach, called him up, and I was signed up. I was a camper 4 years, and I worked 2 years under Harold. The last 2 years he was alive. As a young man, Harold was an ardent teetotaler. And then, when he was still in his 30s, he had a serious heart attack right here at camp. His doctor told him he'd have a healthier heart if he had a drink every day. Now, Harold believed in following the doctor's orders and discovered what he'd been missing. We used to say he had the healthiest heart in Warren County. Harold was very strict to work for. The counselors had to be clean-shaven, clean clothes, white ducks, white shirts on Sunday. One year, some of the counselors went into Lake George Village and bought some garishly colored golf hats. Coach was not too pleased. He called them suit hats. He sent out a memo, do not wear suit hats for Parents' Weekend. They make you look immature. 20 of the parents showed up wearing suit hats. There was some thought that there might have been some collusion there between staff and parents. Harold was born in Ohio, but he spent 4 years at Springfield College in Massachusetts, the heart of New England. Now, my family goes back to 17th century New England, and we New Englanders are supposed to be very near with the nickels and dimes. You'd rather make a fast nickel than a slow dollar. I think 4 years at Springfield rubbed off on Harold because he was a little near with the nickels and dimes. Let me illustrate. The cabins had 25-watt bulbs in them. Now, if one of the counselors wanted to read or write a letter after dark, it was impossible. So some of them went into town and bought stronger wattage bulbs and installed them. The next counselors meeting, Harold announced you had 24 hours to get rid of those bulbs, or he would come around and personally smash them. One year, for some reason, we had a great accumulation of pennies in the lodge office. Now, Harold wasn't about to ask the staff to put them in rolls and take them to the bank. He couldn't throw them away. What to do with them? Now, at the time, the waiters made about $4.50 a week. So that week when they were paid, they each got a paper bag with 450 pennies in it. One of the waiters told his parents about this. They thought that was pretty funny. When they came up for Visitors' Weekend, they went to the Parents' Buffet, which was held every Saturday, Parents' Weekend, at 5 o'clock. It was $5 a person or $10 a head, and these parents walked in with 1,000 pennies and presented them to Harold. Now, if Harold was tight with the nickels and dimes, he was very generous with the dollars. He couldn't have spent more on food if he tried. Every Sunday we had roast turkey or roast beef or something like that. we really ate. The first year I worked for Coach, my salary for 8 weeks was $75. There were no free periods, no rest hours off, no nights off the first few or last few days of camp, and we had 1 afternoon off the season. I had a little of the captain that year. Bob Bryant was in it. But I must have done something right, because the next year I was raised to $200. My salary was more than double. In the fall of 1953, Phil Confer called my parents to tell them that Coach had died. I was a freshman in college, and my mother called me. I was very sad. I liked him a lot. He was a good man, and the camp that he founded is still very dear to me.